Hello, lovely Virgo. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. So let's look at this, Virgo. Your central focus, they're both coins cards. So this means getting things done. This means Three of Coins is being productive, putting growth to something, maybe making money. Sometimes I call this multiple streams of income, but it's building something. For you, there may be a focus on building something. And Knight of Pentacles as the crossing, this might mean that you just need to get out of your own way. Sometimes Knight of Pentacles stops all action and he just overanalyzes things. And sometimes Virgos can do that, where they're on their horse, they're thinking about everything, they're studying the map, they're looking at, all the details, making sure it's measured in kilometers or miles or, just all can get lost in the details and forget to tell the horse to move forward because there's so much planning and evaluation. And, this guy is a very practical person. This is someone who you want on your team if you're going, say, out in the wilderness or on a big trip. But sometimes he can use a little bit of a push or motivation to actually get going and get into productive action. So that's what's available here to you is, working on something, making something grow, whether this is related to your job, finance, or a relationship, because this is often speaks about working with others. It means that you're wanting to put in effort to something to making it grow. And it usually means working well with someone else and collaboratively, maybe group dynamics, building something, working on something. But you may have to get out of your own way, Virgo. It's saying, there can only be so much time for planning and then you have to take action. The architect can only have so much say, and then finally you've got to hire a carpenter. You've got to hire a builder for the house to happen. You can have the best laid plans, but if you don't take action on them, nothing will happen. So it could be that with all this retrograde motion, all this like holding back and holding back and holding back, there may be a tendency to just want to plan forever and look forward without taking practical steps that actually help you build the thing. So what's going to help you with that, Virgo, is getting really clear on what your goal or objective is, your plan and your purpose. And then also, what it is that you need to do. This is another fire card, action-based, Two of Wands, in order to implement it. So here's the sort of storyline between what the basis of it is. This is really getting clear on what it is that you want to draw towards you, having focus and concentration and power of the mind to focus on one thing to create the result that you want. It's a magician. He says, abracadabra, this is what I want to appear. There it is. This is actually working on it. Three of Coins. And this Two of Wands is having the will, having the boldness, the courage to actually do the thing. This card is often called having the world in the palm of your hands, or the world is your oyster. And I always point out that there's a second person in this card who's helping out. Sometimes this card is called making fire. So it means being passionate about something. It means sending your ships out and wanting to have a vision, very nice card to have with this, wanting to have a vision of something you'd like to accomplish. Here it is where you're actually working on making it grow. So really the opportunity here, Virgo, is to really get clear on what it is that you would like to create, what it is that you would like to see grow, and then, do a certain amount of planning, but then you're going to have to actually put that into implementation. You might need to get out of your own way, is what I'm seeing with this, or just get out of your own head in terms of feeling like you need to have every T crossed and I dotted. There's fire energy that can really help you with this, and that's why your opportunity is a fire card here. This is action, making fire, going and doing it, So there's a balance between planning for something and actually making it happen. So get clear on what it is you'd like to see happen, and then get out of your own way to actually create that action putting the effort into building the thing that you want. What's going to be passing away is, this is Six of Swords, and this means that you may have come out of some chaos here. This is chaotic waters and healing and recovery. You may be over a position or a time where you had to heal or recover from something that felt chaotic, that felt like it was difficult, that felt like it was charged waters. And this period is going to be passing away. You're going to be letting that go and really just coming into your purpose, your focus of like, what do I want to do? What do I want to create now that I've let sort of that old water under the bridge go? And what's going to be approaching for you is another knight. This is Knight of Cups. This is saying, what does my heart want? What does, where do I want to put my emotional energy? Some of you may be fearful about accepting something that you actually want. Knight of Cups says, this is what I want. This is what makes me joyful. This is where my heart is. I'm willing to go towards it. But this is also telling me that, because your challenge is a practical card, like this could be saying, I don't see how I could possibly do something that I want. There's some fear, doubt, or resistance with both of these knights. And knights usually go forward. Knight of coins in terms of things that are practical, finance-based, physicality-based, things that are tangible here in the physical world. And Knight of Cups usually goes forward in terms of his heart and his emotional world and what he loves and what brings him passion and joy. So with these two knights in reverse, is there a challenge for you, Virgo, for you stepping boldly towards what it is that you want and you believe that you can create? There's opportunity to do that, but you might have to just get over some fears, doubts, or resistance to allowing that in. And I think what I'm seeing here is that you actually know what's good for you. This is High Priestess. This is the card of knowing. It's the card of trusting your instincts, trusting your gut. And Magician and High Priestess together are unstoppable. This is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It's it's kind of interesting to me that these are showing up with the eclipse because that's exactly what it's all about. A lot of times you think you can solve everything with your mind. That's what this Magician card is ruled by Mercury. But you have to integrate your subconscious mind or your unconscious mind with it. And that's what's coming to the surface for you to see that will allow you to get these results that you want. That's what's going to allow this action energy. That's what's going to allow you to get out of your head here, endlessly thinking over the practicalities. Like, did I bring the rations of food? All those like good Boy Scout or good Girl Scout thoughts, and actually get down to work, Three of Coins, be in motion. So I like these cards here for you, Virgo, Magician and High Priestess. If you can work in tandem between identifying what your goal is and then trusting your unconscious or subconscious mind to know that you're going to know when you need to know. Magician is about seeing the possibilities, having focus, having concentration. This is the I Am card. And this is the Let It Be card. So this is sort of like working with the universe, working with your conscious mind and your subconscious. That's what's coming up for you. That's what's being illuminated. Also here in your 12th house of dreams, of things, your hidden self, your hidden wishes. So allow your dreams and wishes out to play, Virgo. I mean, a lot of you are so responsible that, that's what I'm getting with these knights in reverse saying, I couldn't possibly, get the thing I want or do the thing I love. But you can. You just have to work with your mind as well as, the subconscious. The male principle, which is, thinking, creating, initiating, as well as the feminine principle, which is all about receiving, allowing, letting things come to you. So it's a nice balance between these two. And I'm glad both of these characters are on your side. You have to pay attention to both of them to receive both of their help. And then your environment is of temperance. This is serenity. This is, I actually like this with this card as your past, because it means you've arrived at a certain place of serenity. You've arrived at a certain place of peace. If you can keep your focus on your heart energy and what it is that you're creating, you really have a lot of opportunity for peace here right now, Virgo. She's got one foot in the water and one foot on land. And that symbolizes being balanced equally between the physical world, practical matters, and the emotional world. That's when the angel of temperance shows up, the angel of equilibrium and balance and serenity. So this is what's surrounding you, Virgo. You're in a wonderful time where you're kind of safe enough to go within and safe enough to explore what's going on under the surface. You know, this is really about results in the real world, in the tangible world. Knight of Coins, Three of Coins. But this is also about acknowledging what's going on beneath the surface and all the wisdom that's to be gained from looking there as well. Your hopes and fears are Page of Coins in reverse. This is saying, what if I don't accomplish it? What if I don't get the thing I'm looking for? I really want this thing. This could be a job offer. It could be a new relationship. It could be just something that you really value. And Page in reverse says, you know, what if I'm just not good enough for this thing? Or what if it doesn't come? Or what if it's in delay with this thing that I really want? How can I say yes to it? Remember what yes feels like, Virgo. You know, this is usually, our hopes and fears card is usually something that we really want. It's also something that we really fear. So there's some sort of gift that's going to be handed to you, but it's your job to put yourself in this receptive place to receive it. So that's what's going on there. And then I see your outcome as being, or possible outcome as being Ten of Swords, which is letting go of an old way of thinking. You know, letting go of the thoughts, beliefs, and ideas that drain you. This is a 10, which is completing of a cycle. A lot of times this card is called Darkest Before the Dawn. And swords represent the mental element, letting the mind get the better of us. You know, overthinking, overanalyzing. It drains the life away from this person. And with Ten of Swords in reverse as your outcome, I'm seeing you letting all these swords fall away, all these old ways of thinking that don't serve you. It's really like there's a new birth ahead in many ways from what I see, Virgo. Having learned from mistakes is what, or learn not so much from mistakes, but from past experiences, past battles and conflict. You've picked up new swords, and that's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So that's taking you forward as you're letting go of these old swords, these old ideas, thoughts, beliefs that aren't serving you, that are draining you. And it's preparing you for this new, you know, receipt of this gift, of this new, if you look at both of these, they're sort of like young people who are holding this gorgeous thing in their hand. This is a gold coin and this is a pearl. So it's like saying, I'm ready to receive this new gift. I'm ready to receive this wish, you know, 12th house of stuff that I've been ready for. But it's just going to take getting really clear on what that is, Virgo. Being willing to say, this is what I want. And then also being in a place where you receive it and allow it. These two work very well together. You know, the active element and then the receptive element. So that's my reading for you, Virgo. I'm really excited for you as far as what you can allow in if you're willing to really get clear on it and take the action to actually make it happen and get out of your own head. You know, get out of whatever fears you have about receiving the thing, and then just, you know, watch it show up in your hands. Going from magician to saying, you know, abracadabra, and then here I am with the thing that I value, holding it in my hand.